Hopefully we're all good to go today. Good to see Rogue. Did someone say church? Yes. Although that'll probably be the second thing we do. The first thing we do will probably be talk to the cryptozoologist's husband. And then church will probably be number 2. I was gonna do one other thing. Oh, yeah. I was looking at the possible thoughts we can learn again. And, yeah, one of them was just kind of one of my favorites in terms of flavor. Also looks interesting. We actually have 2 points. We do. Okay, so actually, yeah, there's 2 things I want to learn. One is one of the ones I just find very funny, which is bringing the law jaw. Every time you say, I am the law, and you say it a lot, it's basically, hello, your jaw does this weird thing. Big, what's the phrase I'm looking for? big, Sylvester Stallone value. And then we're going to open up our last slot here. And I think, which one was it? I think actual art degree will give us a fair benefit, I think. Alright, so we're going to start learning those 2. They learn pretty quick. This one's 3 hours, this is an hour and a half. So that'll fill up all of our slots. Maybe we'll forget our racism in the future. Bishop portfolio, see how much Stallone value is contained therein. Let me tell you this, Stallone is going to the moon even faster than Doge. Actually, Doge is collapsing right now, isn't it? Alright, so like I said, church will probably be the second thing we do. First, I want to talk to these people.
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
Wait, what? Hey, we've got Gary here. We've got Gary Glaive, but hopefully not Glavey, the crypto-fascist? As opposed to the cryptozoologist, the crypto-fascist? What's Stallone value? Oh, it's just the fact that Stallone played Judge Dredd in the original Judge Dredd movie, where he often said, I am the law, which this game is referencing. There's collapsing that still higher than it was 2 months ago by at least 4 times. Probably by much more than 4 times still, I would think. Alright. The crypto-fascist. That scares me.
Hello, ma'am. I mean, officer.
Uh-huh. Oh dear.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
Ladies is racist. It took about 2.5 seconds. I'm sharing marketing for semi-long movie that's canon.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Yaddy was here before anybody else, by the way. Even here before me. Yaddy was first, as far as I know. Waiting for more elfish with the insect traps so we can return to civilization. Not of the girl outdoors, more of a city boy, too. Sure.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
The degenerates.
Degenerates? This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk or a degenerate, maybe even both. Nobody's perfect. Sure, even you've been tempted to drink. Degenerates trained to identify the slightest hint of degeneracy by the preeminent authority on it. I'm neither of the things. I'm by the books, clean as a whistle officer of the law. I'm not even tempted to touch intoxicants. I mean, both... So this is the drama, and this, I think, is being triggered by our, having the opioid receptor antagonist in our list of thoughts, at least.
Oh, I didn't mean it in any scientific way.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Anything about the man hanged in the whirling rags? Is this your mug? Hold up the yellow man mug. Are you a cryptozoologist too? Were you surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kusaragi? Well, let's do it in order. Hangman?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
He nods in sincere approval.
So you do know something about it?
No.
No.
Mm.
Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
Something going on. Hold up the yellow man mug.
My mug? Why would you think that?
You said yellow man. That's not so many people go around saying. Seems as you were calling along to do it when you cried yellow man. I can see you recognize it. It's in your eyes. Look, a guy might have a collection of mugs like this. Home in his colonial mug collection.
How do you mean? Forgive me, officer, but we've only just met.
So this is the guy whose house we went into. The Weasel. The Weasel that the union boss said.
He's trying to avoid lying to you outright, in case you really have been to his apartment.
I believe you. You acted kind of suspicious. Did I mention I found the mug? Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
I am 20 real. I am 100 real. I am 250 real, the maximum. I can't get away with 250, can I? Maybe we can get away with 100. Can I get away with 250? You are the law.
Oh, God. 250? How am I gonna pay that? Okay. I'll work harder. I'll pay it off. I promise.
This is a considerable expense to him. 1 month's wage, most likely.
And I'll never do it again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
I don't know what's got into me. Racist. Second racist statement.
What did you do, Gary?
So here's the actual cryptozoologist. He's got this great... He's got a very kind of fake voice. What'd you do, Gary? Did you toss the yellow mug into the trash?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
So here's the thing. So we said 250 fine, right? But he can't pay it right now. If we'd said 20 fine, he may have just given it to us. Or 100, maybe he would have just given it to us. 20, I bet he would have given to us. 100, maybe not. I don't know. You put the clothes of the victim into that trash container. How'd you get in this trash container? Good
I
question.
know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
He gave you the master key? Can you give me the master key? Why would you need to get in everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob.
Is this a racist term too? Probably.
I'm sorry, okay?
I don't recognize
thought I
this
could
one.
cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
And we have to ask him, did you put the clothes of the murder victim into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Wait, he did? Do
I
explain.
was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes, what happened? Okay. Yes, agrees with people are animals? Okay, then what
When
happened?
I came out to clean up the rags, because no one else would, I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
Now you're going to jail for tampering with a crime scene.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was.
Ah, you wouldn't happen to know anything about the victim's missing armor. I want him to say, well, you appear to be wearing the gloves and the boots.
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
But then how do I press him? Let's move forward for
I
now.
could help your investigation, in my small way.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection? Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
You Cryptology 2, you're surprised by my colleague. So he lived nearby in this apartment. Composure legendary. Why is he shifting around like that? Analyze Gary's composure. I think we have some composure clothing that could get this above 8%. Plus... Oh, he's got the armor on him! +1 clinking sound? Seems like he does. I wonder if we can get more bonuses by asking more questions, though. Let's save before we press further. Oh, and Lyra. I missed Lyra while I was doing that conversation. Says, you're a bit awake today. I'm feeling pretty awake. So that's good. Let's see. Composure. Composure. I do honestly wish there was just a button that would, like, optimize our gear for a specific skill. What is this? Oh, I guess it's an empty slot. Okay, looks like that's the best composure we can get for. Clink, yeah.
I mean, officers.
So now it's 42%. But let's still, see if we can get more bonuses from other questions. Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
I'm into cryptids. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yes. The burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai.
What's a burning rhino?
A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. Well, at least the males do.
How do they burn? Why only the
The
males?
flames are not just for decoration. They are an integral part of the beast's mating behavior.
How so?
During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly.
This is what that song's about. Round the ring of fire.
Local peasants call it the passion ring. They fear the rhinos, as perhaps they should. Anyway,
The lieutenant sighed
As they should aim.
without looking up from his notes. It's clear the burning rhino is dear to him on many levels, some even spiritual.
Wait, what? I thought he's just sighing about the ridiculousness of the cryptos, but it says I passed empathy, so this is true? What? Kim knows about the rhino? What? How do they burn?
they have special ducts just above their shoulder blades. that
Not
secrete
Kim, the other guy. Oh, okay, I thought...
When the rhino is just
I thought it's talking
beginning
about
to lay
Kim.
itself, it looks as though it has wings of fire.
Okay, I thought this empathy was for Kim, and it was saying that Kim is sighing because this is inaccurate rhino knowledge. Kim knows the rhino. Shoulder blades secrete a combustible fluid.
But how is this combustible fluid lit?
Lighting the fluid, how does that
The
work?
rhino starts running very fast to build heat, then stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze.
This seems unlikely. I could buy into that, a flaming rhino. I want to be just like that rhino, running through the night with guns blazing. I have to say it.
We don't really do that around here.
Perhaps we should have more such decisive action in Revacol. You know, this city used to be a flaming rhino once. A long time ago.
Okay, so... You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kutsaragi, when you used the racist term. Okay, let's still not do... I can't level my composure, so let's not do the composure check, because I might not be able to reset it. You're surprised to see Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one?
Oh man, that was a long time ago. I think so. Sorry, as you know, I'm from my memory. Yes, I do remember that. It was one of my favorite early things with Kim. We say to Kim, you know, what do you think of this guy Measurehead? And he said, I like him more than the last racist, but I think the next racist will be the really good one. And then we said something like, yeah, that one will be a real winner. And Kim said, yes, he will be our lucky racist. It was good. It was funny. Yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Yes, our lucky racist! Yes, I do remember! Are you Gary? Are you the racist? I don't know, I like the previous racist better. He's nothing compared to Measurehead. Our lucky racist.
Hey, man. All I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
Yes, what are they doing in that sail there? Scheming? There you can join the racism. You have a problem with Sailites? Lieutenant is a native of Revachol.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections.
Uh-huh.
Let's change the subject. Not many.
Here,
Do you
let's
remember
drive
how,
back
well,
into that.
this-
Hey, man.
Do you have a problem with
No.
Sailites?
No problem
Okay,
at
same
all.
thing. Okay. So let's not do the composure check until we do this last question
Officers.
about the apartment.
Sure do, officer.
Have you found your door open lately? Mr. Clare must be very angry with you. I think I broke into your apartment. I'm very sorry. Mr. Clare must be very angry with you.
Mr. Everard?
Yes, he insists I open the door to your apartment.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him.
Guy,
What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
make sure no one hears you talk.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
We just barely passed this composure check with the composure gear we put on. Really, I don't even know what it was about. I just opened the door. I don't know what it was, but he doesn't like you. It's just an open door. He doesn't like you.
I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night about some theories.
Some theories, right? Everett called him a loudmouthed weasel, I think.
I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
This scared him.
Scared him proper.
He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door opening operation.
Huh. Now we can do 72%. Plus 2 scared him with the apartment. There we go.
Always, I mean,
All right.
officers.
72? 72? I might re-roll this one if it fails.
Very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
His massive musculature. Something worn underneath it, which is obviously the correct one. Although, I want to try this anyway, because I think we'll get lead here regardless. Well, we might get XP for that. I want to see his massive musculature. He's like, no.
No, he's scrawny. Try again.
Right, exactly. Something worn underneath it.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other.
The check's reopened from dialogue too, if you want to checks for talking. Yeah, is that always the case? I feel like there's been sometimes I've gotten a plus bonus from conversation, and it hasn't reopened the check. So I was worried about that. But yeah, I probably should have. Yeah. He stole the armor? Yeah, he stole the torso, apparently. The only thing we'll be missing, I think, is the helmet. I think. Maybe the pants, too? We have the boots. But didn't something happen to the pants? I forget. Okay. I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did.
You wonder how they missed so much
and
stuff in their
I didn't
playthrough.
want you to know.
See the gleaming sheen of the interlocking
We're
plates.
not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth. This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
What's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Give me that armor now. Why'd you really put those clothes in the trash? Why'd you lie to me, Gary? You killed the hangman? We're gonna get the armor anyway, but... Why'd you lie to me?
Because I was weak.
Hmm.
I should have told you the moment
Gary
I
did.
saw you. But
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
You had trouble, Gary? What's going on?
I'll explain later.
Why'd you really put the clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
He's a foreigner. Let's take the armor.
Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
I mean, this is an interesting line, right? I'm sorry I said that racist thing. You know, your people, you people, you sided with the king that's part of my fascist ideology. So I'm sorry.
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks
Right.
of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
It says you people. Right, well, that's what he's saying. I'm not saying that. That's his fascism. His racism. But he's being racist in at least an interesting way. He's reframed his racism. He's still racist, but he's reframing it. And yes, good to see Mr. Mallet. Do you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union. But
Well, you're pretty
I sure as
correct.
hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
Mr. Walked in the right spot clearly. Have you ever heard the term crypto-fascist?
This is
Hey, so what do you mean, you people? Interesting movie. This is all he knows. Okay. Give me that armor. I am the law.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Task complete. Who put the
I
clothes in the
won't
trash? Level
declare
up.
Either. You have my word.
Thank you for your cooperation. All right, we got the armor. +1 pain threshold, +1 volition, -1 empathy. Which our empathy score is pretty good anyway, right? It's 6. Okay. What's it look like? There it is. There it is. There it is with the boots. Okay. What are we wearing? What's our suggestion score? Oh, geez, 1? I'm not suggesting anything anyway. Fine. Let's put this on. Okay. I think we've almost got what we want on. Okay. I think this is what we're wearing right now. I think this is what we're wearing. Okay. So now, we got the cryptozoologist.
Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
But we're in our head. As Rogue says, it's part of the fawn line. Okay. Wait, maybe you said Gary. And you had to be the crypto-fascist. Have Bear Twitch TV bots have always been active here? Wait, that's just the main save channel active. They shouldn't really be active here either. Yeah?
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
We didn't know half the stuff.
Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
I'm being very thorough, I suppose. You must be the cryptozoologist.
What do I owe the pleasure?
We're looking for you. Your wife is looking for you.
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
You don't seem happy to see the RCM. Leah sent me. She's really worried. Waiting for you to get back. Yeah, let's still say you don't seem too happy.
It's all right. I'm just busy.
Nah, he's just busy.
What's this about?
Your wife's worried about you.
Of course.
Plus 70 XP?
Passing along the message. That damn waterlock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The 881 is a raised motorway
Encyclopedia.
that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass, not like walking over a nice waterlock.
That was me. I broke the waterlock of my motor carriage. With 6 now, you can go back. Waterlock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it. Withhold the whole story. I think I'm gonna withhold the whole story.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
I don't know. I just find this voice very funny. Yes, Gary. We can go back soon.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
Choose your own adventure game. It's a very dialogue-heavy game, yes. You know, it's a murder investigation at its core, and so presumably that always has the same outcome. But we can shift. There's a billion skills in this game, and this is where the replayability comes from. I just got a special line from having a high encyclopedia score, for instance, but there's a billion other skills. Conceptualization, camaraderie, authority, drugs, psychicness, intimidation, composure, interfacing, which is picking locks and mastering machines, agility, reaction speed, perception, hand-eye coordination, endurance, pain threshold, physical. And so these all let us lead conversations in certain ways.
I just have to do one
It's
more
Australian
round.
accent. It is,
The
but
phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
it's a bit of a particular. Just it's gravelly Australian, right? Yes, we can go. Looking for a suspect. You see one with red hair, seem to be on the run. Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for. Tell me about the strap. Need some intriguing for your turn. How to become a cryptozoologist. You know Gary was hiding the armor. Yeah. Have you seen the suspect?
I'm afraid not,
No.
officer.
No.
I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested
Dingo
in
ate your
mammalian
baby. What?
concerns,
I
to
said
be
the dingo
perfectly
ate your
honest.
baby.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
I like the Simpsons version. That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's not a knife, that's a spoon. All right. See, you've played knifey spoony before. Tell me about this phasmid you're looking
Which
for.
is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
Huh. It didn't play the first half of this line. It didn't say, well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find. What makes it difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there?
It was a nice Australian accent, by the way. I don't know if that's true, but I try my best.
And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case.
What's specialized techniques?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences
Use
that
it a
allow
lot
it
of
to
time. What's
interfere with animal
Hmm.
perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Electrochemical defense. Confuse the visual cortex. My perception is 0 right now. I don't think I'm gonna perceive this visual cortex inhibitor. It was not good. Can't kill too many spirits in one go. Needs greater range
I
or
cannot
something. Yeah.
describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
A ghost insect, he said? These people are looking for a ghost.
Ghost insects. So you're ghost hunters.
No, that is precisely what we're not. We are zoological specialists, looking for an extant species of phasmid.
Not ghost hunters or ghostbusters. How big is this
I'm
phasmid?
expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
He leaves the conclusion up to you.
Seems puny, to be honest.
Seems puny. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? Doesn't be as colorful as some of the other crypto I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption.
Assumption.
Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long,
What have you discovered about
very
it?
little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
It's the tree! It's right in front of him! No one's ever found one?
Yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
Nope, that's it. Says it brusquely.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Crocky. There's been a sighting of it here in Marnaise.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
Lang was doing some co-op with just two in Runeterra. Glad it was fun. Yeah, a couple of teenagers, right.
First credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
What if it died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis is self-splitting, breeding without a mate,
He means
right?
asexual reproduction.
Yes.
The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
My encyclopedia scored past, and so did it in the game. That's pretty clever. This arouses no special feelings in me. Female reproducing without males, a travesty, a crime against passion and common sense. Pretty clever. Pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Okay, let's
Hello.
make a quick save
What
there.
can I do for you, officer?
Tell me about the traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Man designed the traps. How the traps work, we're using as bait.
Yes,
Man designed the traps. How the traps work.
simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out.
Okay, crawls down the
At
funnel.
least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts.
Locusts, which he said already.
Known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Lightning also recognized the asexual reproduction.
A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
Carnivorous stick insect seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We've also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
Fair enough. What do we do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Interfacing says they're pretty good traps.
Yes. What?
And then it seems pretty good for your return.
I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
He looks south where Lena would be. Wait, isn't she east?
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out.
Oh, actually, well,
It's time to go back.
not if they don't have the game oriented the way I expect. I expect this to be north. But if this is north over here, then Lena would be south.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on. She wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
We'll both catch reed crabs, like, you know, those people, says the racist.
What? Let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow.
So this required some empathy. Without the empathy, we may have just been said, come on, you're doing this for yourself, not her. But because of empathy, we can say, I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Wait, she's seen it? But she didn't tell me that.
Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Maybe we could go back to the whirling warm-up, come back check straps later. Just give up on this bug hunt. Is this gonna be a straight-up fight or just another bug hunt? Okay, I understand. I don't give up on things either. Maybe go back to the whirling, warm up, come back to the traps later.
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the Phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
Andy makes a claim. I hope just feel like some big channel point option or something, not something horrible. What would we do if the Phasmid were to starve while we're sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
Dead set.
I could go for some trap setting.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Chaos is my method. I'm at Scion. Looks been hiding on this very coast. Looking at another thing may lead us to her. I'm all in on this cryptid stuff. I'm hooked. Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
What do I do if the Phasmid is in one of these traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
Where are these
There are
traps?
4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End.
No channel points
to the
used.
northeast.
Money? I don't
Behind a
know.
small
Like I
sand
said,
dune there.
all I'm hoping
On
is
your
it's
way
nothing
to the
bad.
old radio tower.
Right,
After
Rogue's
the
all bite, exactly. You're baiting me towards saying, okay, what's the story? Then we say lands in the northeast, behind a small sand dune. Wait to the old radio tower after the church. Okay, wait, sorry, there's 4. One south on this peninsula, by the boathouses. Very near. Land's End, by the old church.
The third is set near the canal. Where you
Now we
crossed.
crossed.
You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still.
So
better
don't look
safe
at this
than
one
sorry.
before the other 3.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
The pursuit of knowledge is its own justification. Why, aren't you having fun? But Kim, maybe our suspect is hiding out in the reeds. We gotta say the pursuit of
Is
knowledge.
it?
He doesn't look too convinced, but a small shrug indicates, why
If
not?
you think it's important, you have been right before.
What if I encountered Phasma in the wild?
Highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me. Lay it on me thick. I don't want this, thank you very much. Lay it on me thick. Double helping.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
That's the best deodorant, dying reeds.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
Alright, I'm ready. Let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
On the hunt. How do you become a cryptozoologist?
Just always liked
Always like
animals
searching.
and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
Have you discovered a cryptid?
No.
No.
Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To
Never.
stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
How many cryptids have been
A
found?
list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long. About 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
That's not what I said. I said how many have been found, not how many have, how many have they said, nah.
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries.
2.
The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
2 out of 4,000. Only 2 have been proven to be real?
Yes. The Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Hugo Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere.
A cave salamander. That's in a zoo.
We cryptozoologists
Not cryptid anymore.
are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
2 out of 4,000 is not even 1%. Then the Phasma will be the 3rd. Don't want to say it's a small number of discoveries. Nod.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
The hair on your arms stand up.
Ooh,
Electricity.
like
Sounds
reeds
like
hissing.
reeds hissing.
Says our
He has
shivers.
clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Living
It's
a
not
childhood
Charles.
dream, not
That's
child's
because
play.
after
What about a
training
real
is
zoologist?
real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage you've seen people do. Cryptozoologist, something like that, what you're thinking. Trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do.
My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Has anything truly surprising ever happened?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid.
Right.
Although
What
I
kind
have
of
come
evidence
close
do you
to
use?
everything from forgotten regional lore
Regional
to newspaper
lore.
accounts. Like
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people, though?
most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot, and both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places. Yes?
Oh. How about specific
Right.
cryptids?
We would have to
Let's go through this
discuss
pretty quickly.
he wants to say, but decides against it, since you've offered to help.
We'll go through this pretty quickly, because this is a lot of dialogue. Which cryptid do you almost
A
catch?
willow person.
Willow
We
person.
are people. Not
What's
They're
that?
not people, really. Some argue they aren't.
Evolved
really.
from trees. They're
Very
treants.
thin, almost flat, in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
I don't like to get into personal life too much, although I guess, I like, yeah, exactly, Mr. Ed doesn't share personal information. But, you know, I in the words of Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly, I lean towards womenfolk, but, again, it's not particularly relevant most of the time, to the stream. I've seen these will people without knowing it.
You probably have.
I must catch a will person.
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees.
Slow
with
drying
slow-drying
paint.
paint. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove. I chased
Then?
it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be
Hey,
elegant
hey.
in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms.
Bunny
It's
mushrooms.
easier to mock someone, and furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed,
Not a confirmed
sighting.
sighting. Could have been a
It
squirrel.
makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
What about Lena's sighting the Phasmid?
Confirmed. It's 100%
100% verified.
and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting.
I know about the most dangerous cryptid, the Gnome of Jamora.
Normally the most dangerous, yes. But do you know the most dangerous living cryptid?
He doesn't want to make it feel like you knowing it is some big deal.
Living? No, I can try a guess. Must be... What? That must be the evil apes duking it out on the giant ball, which would be humans. Which should be humans. Living? No. Try a guess. The evil apes duking it out on the giant ball.
What?
Evil apes, this might be one myself.
Oh, you're just
Talk about
talking
humans.
about
Yes.
humans.
Yes.
Well, yes. We are quite dangerous, but we're hardly cryptids.
Alright.
The most dangerous cryptid is a carnivorous ruminant, known colloquially as the dread moose.
The Dread Moose! A room with a moose. Get out of here. The Dread Moose?
Yes. The dread moose subsists entirely on flesh. It has even been known to dig up fresh graves in search of sustenance.
Does it attack people?
Human remains have been found deep in the forest, torn apart, then trampled into the mulch by large hooves. Infer from that what you will.
What does the Dread Moose look like?
Just like an ordinary ardent moose.
How can you tell if it's the Dread kind?
You can't. That's what makes it so dreadful and hard to identify.
Right.
A moose that looks like any other moose. What's going on here? He's kidding, right?
Not completely sure about this Dread Moose. 100% behind the Dread Moose. I only believe it exists. Not completely sure about this Dread
Bodies
Moose.
found in the forest are just one piece of physical evidence.
What other evidence?
The recent surge in the moose population has hidden carnivores. The dread moose are effectively removing competition for both themselves and their evolutionary cousins.
Why would it hide its carnivorous nature?
Moose are already being hunted for sport. Can you imagine what would happen if they came to be viewed as predators?
Yeah, his opinions on the new Genshin Impact character. Yeah, I did do her story mission now, actually. And, yes. She's all about vengeance. Sort of.
The carnivorous moose are a very young species, the result of a genetic mutation that fared well in the process of natural selection. It makes sense that such a majestic animal with natural
Majestic carnivore moose.
would come to rule the forest. The only strange
Are there
thing
reliable
is that
accounts?
one slaughterhouse at the outskirts of the woods in Vasa reported that its staff kept seeing moose in the distance. The
Amazing.
moose would just stare at the building, as though they were waiting for something. Its eyes bloodshot and full of cruelty.
Not buying it. That does sound suspicious.
And that's not all. Some of the slaughterhouse apprentices went hiking by a nearby creek and saw a moose nibbling on an unidentified carcass.
Nibbling.
This isn't something unique. Various species of deer have been known to scavenge when plant food is scarce.
Thanks, Encyclopedia.
Anyway, there is more than enough evidence to justify a thorough search for the dread moose. Let's close the subject before it turns into an argument.
Here is a man who has had more than his fair share of heated arguments and would, surprising as it may seem, prefer not to have any more.
Present good money farm, right? We're getting all this encyclopedia stuff. And we're getting some XP. I know about the biggest cryptid, the giant of Coconut.
Impressive, I guess. But have you seen it with your own eyes?
Lie, yes. Truth, no. Have you seen it?
I haven't had a chance to travel to Coco.
Haven't been there.
No.
There's been a small civil war.
Fear this mindless barbarism may have wiped out the elusive
Might have wiped it
creatures.
out.
Sightings of
Mirages.
are constant. A mirage is a constant phenomenon that people have no time to report when a war is going on. It remains unclear what this has got to do
No
with
XP here.
seeing it, as he was inquiring before. He was just being defensive.
That's
What happens if we say no?
impressive, I guess. Of course you haven't. I haven't had
Okay.
it. I fear.
Yes, it remains
could lie,
unclear
but
what this has got to
I
do
know
with
about the cryo base, sure. What was this one? I don't even remember this
Everyone
one.
knows about that one. Thanks to Professor Mijanu being the talk of the town for a time. Although, probably because her life ended as a result of her work in Gutler. No one remembers her contributions to the search for the Nongok.
The
A
Nongok?
flightless cursor owl Found
Flightless
in the
owl.
Sabine Isles.
Run faster than any avian.
When it's not hunting its prey in its manner.
Hangs from a tree like a bat.
Shanu liked extreme animals.
Extreme animals.
Oh, decades ago.
She disappeared
In the
decades
30s.
ago.
I didn't know her personally, of course.
Tell me about the rhino.
That one's a hoax.
Oh.
Some Seraise rice farmers set fire to rhinoceros cadavers and use them to scare tourists.
See, Kim, one of them is a hoax.
Which one?
I haven't been paying attention. The burning rhinoceros.
The rhino is where they draw the line.
The burning rhino is where they draw the line. That's great. Have you told Gary this?
Many times. It always turns into an argument. I don't want to repeat it. The
What if the other
rhino
cryptid hoaxes too?
Many of them probably are.
Yes, 20% are verified hoaxes.
Slightly less enjoyable.
I knew it can't be real. What if you're wrong? What if it is real?
I doubt that. Once confirmed a hoax, so-called sightings of the rhino stopped. Was there anything else?
He's choking up. Adrian says, well met. Good to see Adrian. We're talking about cryptids. I'm going through it a little quicker because there's a lot of dialogue here. And just tell me about cool cryptid. Hey, cryptid.
No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research.
You should go ask her. Okay.
Not a people person.
Not people to
By
enough
all
tales.
means.
And finally, do you know Gary was hiding the armor?
No,
Nope.
I had no idea.
Thanks.
Disloyalty is not among his quirks.
Still glad his friend stood up for him.
Okay, well, we're done with that for now. Sort of. Although we have to run down these traps now. So we want to hit these traps last. There's a trap really close by south, he said? There it is.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet.
Look
The
around.
reeds rustle confidently. When this district was
Here we go.
built,
Shivers.
the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but
Confused but uneaten.
You see no carnivorous reed phasmid.
Because we haven't been to the church. Well, one of the traps is by the church, so we're gonna head that way. If it works at 2 a.m., we might be locked out.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Damn, I was hoping it would be in the first one. It'll be in the next one, surely. No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. Helping some citizens and getting some fresh air.
I meant no offense. Just
Okay. Alright, so there's one. Let's start head towards the church. And we could look at the wall here to see if we got a bonus towards that in the meantime. Any Shadowlands and Variety yet? Only the day it came out. I don't think the next patch is out
The
yet.
once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical are
We have all of our Shivers gear on. We've got our jacket on. But we don't have our Shivers tie on.
the once bright mural towers
All right.
above you.
28% chance.
A breeze.
Nope.
Go to the children of the big sea. The wind rushes away.
officer, are you okay?
Oh, we did this last time, but I must have not saved after it. They can't talk to some kids in the village. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering why that check was open. Apparently, I forgot to save after we did that yesterday. Okay. We need to talk to the kids, but they're asleep right now. We're gonna head towards the church, which we're always excited about. Can I get to those stairs? No, it's like inside the building. Alright, he said there was a trap somewhere towards the church, and there's one by the canal, too. He said it was after the church. But here's the church. Right beyond it should be the other trap. Somewhere around here, I'm guessing. There's the bunker door that we can't get into. It wouldn't be this far after the church, would it? Nope, it would be. Here it is. This if I played a game with friend, immediately went and bought, which game?
A familiar apparatus lies among the
Ground.
Shake. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Reach for the trap.
This
David
trap
follows
is
the main
also
channel.
full
I
of
appreciate that.
locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Oh, sorry, they immediately went and bought. Right, I'm like, you've done that. So, okay, they played some Fire Emblem 3 Houses with you, and then they went and bought it. It's a big game. Let's keep going. Next one's the lucky one. I enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant. I'm quite enjoying it myself. I want to make this really clear. I don't believe the Fat Man exists, okay? I enjoying the cardio.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. All right. So now we need to check the one at the canal and then come back to the 4th one. But let's go to church. Let's go to church as promised. If it's open. We might not be able to get in there at 2 a.m. Alright, can we get into church at 2 a.m.?
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Round the door, see if they open, inspect the carpentry. Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over the beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. The carving on the
Back
door,
up and look at the
doors
door.
remain unchanged,
Okay.
closed with a padlock.
Round the doors.
Nothing happens. Only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work. Do you think our suspect is hiding inside?
Might be. Worth checking out.
The lieutenant nods silently. High above,
Oh,
the
shivers.
wind wraps the church in its rush, cold and wet from the ocean bay. It parts around the massive keel-shaped roof, like a test tunnel washing both sides, the way it has done for 340 years. The wind keeps its distance. So should you.
So the church stays away. The wind stays away from the church, and the church was built 340 years ago. What is this feeling?
There is a hole in my heart.
The lieutenant looks at the padlock. He didn't hear you asking. You were quiet enough.
Padlock, inspect the staple?
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Turn to Lieutenant. This is where Mr. Prybar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Where do you think we should
Can you
start?
hear the pulsing bass underneath the wind? A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
There's something on the sea ice there.
Something on the sea ice to the east. We have a 58% chance right now of just using force on the padlock.
This
Inspect the
cheap
padlock itself.
is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
What makes it so mine? Have you seen the symbol before? Point to it. Take another look at the boring padlock for absurdity sake. What makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Because it's just a yellow smiley face, like in our reality? Have you seen the symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is junior delinquency? What's suggestive of junior delinquency
I
here?
haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
I am not a youth. I agree, it's very modern, but does cheery guy know he's dead, or does dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony here? Padlock, 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 padlock! It's very modern.
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
Try to peel the sticker off without ripping it. 83%.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker in your ledger after the last entry where it belongs. Put the sticker on your ledger, right on the cover. Shake your thumb and throw it in the wind. Get put on the cover.
Voila. Looks very modern. You're part of the Future Brigade now, and so is your formerly humdrum ledger. Neon, baby.
So now, did it change our ledger? Nope. I was hoping it might. Although maybe somebody will recognize the sticker later. Share a link to a clip. As long as it's not sexist. I'm just slightly worried based on what you said earlier. So we can't seem to get east from here. We can't really get around here either. Maybe we can go beneath this. You're just knowing people are suspicious of the Revachol police. What? What? Just 'cause I'm wearing armored boots, and armored gloves, and a bow tie? Oh. We haven't been over here, have we? Interesting. Can we pass beneath this? We can. Okay, so up there is where we need to go, but we haven't seen this. Ooh, and there's a person to talk to? Another person to talk to at 2 a.m.? And with Bastille, someone's trying to bring cheer into the world. Trash for an unnamed party. Hole screwed in the ice keeps the tent erect. Tribalistic markings. Post is covered in little humanoids.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding
You must be tired of the flashlight like that. It's good exercise, though.
barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What's this?
Looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Push
The
it
pane
over.
falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
Alright, so we've got a little bit of a shortcut, I suppose you might say. School of fish huddle around. We've got a tent, and we've got a girl on the ice, and we can go north to make our way towards the church. I'll take a quick look at Amby's clip. Oh, it says the clip is no longer available.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
How do you pronounce this? A seal?
Oh. Hello there.
General Kenobi.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Where's your hat?
Huh?
Said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I do have a hat on. I should, and I do. Point to your hat. I don't have to do anything. I am the law. A seal. Don't clip her in the head. Yeah, a loose seal. I point to your hat.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear a hat, too, if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
28% chance regain authority over her. %58 chance regain authority. Just respect my authority. So I want to put even one more point into authority. My last skill point available right now. Regain authority, 72%. It's a red check. We can never try this again.
Your eyes are fixed on her as everything gets very still. Dangerously so.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
She looks down, pretending to be busy with the device. Make her meet your eyes. The kid isn't arrogant. She's just afraid to look you in the eye. You already put her in her place.
Right, so you can be fascist cop with kicks some snow into her face with your boot. You did not just speak to the police like that. Or the lighter road. I'm the police. You'd do well to avoid this kind of language with me.
You're right. I shouldn't have sworn. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we hyper boost our authority now for future conversations, but we're out of skill points. Do you theoretically play through this game as a terrible detective? Oh, no doubt. Oh, no doubt. You know, you can do all types of stuff. There's a lot of customizability in the options here. Got some questions for you.
Okay.
You seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
What's your name? I'm saying a seal.
A cell.
A cell, not a seal. But your last name? Cell who? I'm not a young suitor. It's official police business. And your surname?
Why?
For the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.
Might be fake.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
What's that device you got?
It's a portable recording device.
Roast a safe
It's for field
code.
recording.
Big cop
No
for a second
telling
there.
what
Guess he
that's
does hate the swears. I just want, pass checks. Portable recording device. Low quality, but still.
Actually, just
And the
one
wires.
wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
It's a contact microphone.
Contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Your mangled brain makes a connection between contact microphone and contact Mike the boxer. What am I supposed to do with this? Any news of my wife's name? What about my mother?
No. You're welcome.
Does this have anything to do with contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
My mangled brain.
That's not fair. And an understatement.
Contact Mike doesn't just beat people up. Contact Mike's a role model.
An entire litany spews forth.
You get so much these weird divergences in this game if you have certain skills. Yeah, you heard it right. You should try to be more like Contact Mike. Successful athlete and inspirational figure who's overcome social, physical, and mental obstacles. On second thought, screw Contact Mike. He's not a champion. You are! Look at you here in front of a saggy tent, picking your nose to drug addict music. The world of sports is in awe to your faith and dedication. I don't know why I said that. Something else I wanted to know. You're the champion.
Man, you are one weird cop.
I'd say I'm about normal. Now let's get back to that Mike. Not Mike, Mike. This is about me. It's about your lack of respect for one of boxing greats and for yourself.
What is it with you and this Mike guy? Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like Contact Mike and less like me.
Thought gain. The litany of Contact Mike. Time once again to return to the 20 things you like to say about Contact Mike. The boxer is apparently the paragon of competition. Doesn't really get any better than this. Any better, both inside and outside the ring. Stop, point at someone in the distance, point your finger at him. He will point his finger back to you, vaulting an impossible gulf of finance and privilege. 2. No pain, no gain. Push it, make it. The litany of Contact Mike. Self-respect is not meant to float any boat, but your own.
I'll keep that in mind for future use.
Ridiculous. Oh, right. How's that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know.
Vibrations
Somehow
from the
it
air.
doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-born sound, if you like technobabble.
Technobabble was a popular thing in Star Trek. Where'd you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum? Probably a hangout for junior delinquents. Back to the mic. What's the
Oh
Palaceum?
man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
I don't think we have.
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock.
In Jamrock.
Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds like a place for conquering homosexuals. Oh, man. Sounds interesting. Who's this Arno
Oh
guy?
yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum-going kind of person.
Where'd I get down?
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know
I
what
hustle.
that means either.
I'm hit beyond my ears. Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed hostel room. Yes.
That's cool.
You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man.
Damaged morale.
Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
All right, non-contact mic. What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
Like, where are you
think
recording?
I'm recording cracks in the ice.
Uh-huh.
But there's no way to tell. Not without
Yeah,
headphones.
research. Oh, that was.
I just recorded your footsteps too.
Oh, it was only
Sure, I like
15 minutes to research contact mic. I didn't realize that. Here, let's. I'm not gonna gain that thought, so let's just cheat and see what it results in, because it might be funny. Contact mic, Disco Elysium, the litany of contact mic. Go for fights and privilege to 5,000 minus 1. Rank outside. No one saw it coming. The mantle of the game changer demands intangible qualities. Fights are not won, you're thinking. Instead of doing detective work right now, fights are made. Blow by blow. Let's take it. Mic to the Mikey. Some low-intensity part of you has entered a sports cliche-driven fugue state. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Also, Mike knew what it took to win. He just wanted it more. Oh, wow, it's terrible. It's terrible. The only thing you get out of the litany of contact mic is it will unlock all white physical checks one time. That's it. That's it. And you'd have to use a skill point to unlearn it. So that's pretty terrible. Unless you really, really, really need to unlock a white check without leveling a skill. Record some imaginary birds. We'd need the ultrasonic frequencies. What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for? Drugs?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
Suspicious. Well, if you can't level a skill, right? If you need to level a skill, but you're trapped. You're trapped because you don't have any ability to level it anymore, like us on Composure. That would be useful, potentially, if you had to. What are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They loop the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish.
Empty
Really
fantasy of recording the ice.
Take this, your call.
Takes off his own jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
Respect my authority.
It's okay.
Now this is where a hat would come in handy. Give her your hat. Here, you need this more than I do. I'm not giving her my hat. It's a good hat. I need my hat. My hat gives me bonuses. Sorry. Sorry, Asil. This is where a hat would come in handy.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat.
Check the pawn shop for headphones. Interesting point. Said it's supposed to be a music place. What is it?
The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or
The
something.
church.
Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah,
The boys.
Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you out here freezing while they're inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
I mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold. Why don't you leave some of the stuff outside so you don't have to freeze? Like those headphones.
Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Why don't you just leave some stuff
That
outside?
stuff is more expensive than I am.
Oh,
More
jeez.
expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I just told you to self-respect yourself like Contact Mike.
It's probably amphetamine. It makes you feel impervious to the elements, but doesn't actually make you any less cold.
Leiko got. Why? Why can you
I've
take
got
it?
my recordings to do. I feel better outside.
The rogue says give the girl a hat. Well. Ooh. The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. +2, more like Contact Mike. When we this music you've been playing in the church. Seems surprised I come from being questioned. Why is that?
Okay.
Hold on, so I want to save while we're like halfway through this conversation. We're not streaming. Well, yeah, but the pandemic did that. It hasn't switched back. I kind of hope it doesn't, but we'll see. Let's see, there was an empathy check. For your hat. Oh, right, but I could put on a different hat, theoretically. Like, I don't think I need this, logic hat. We have a really high logic score anyway.
Hello again. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording crap. I don't know.
A lie.
The musicians in the... Anyway, I don't really...
She looks at the...
No, man.
It's okay.
Give her your hat.
Thanks.
Lost your hat. You gained 5 XP.
Go ahead.
Gave her your hat +1. I want my hat back! You gave her the racist hat, yeah. Give her the racist hat. What if I need more logic? I'm not giving her my hat for 5 XP. What if I need that logic?
Hello again.
Got this
It's
music.
supposed to become... Except that...
Dance music.
Yeah.
The floorboards are
Say bad
twisted,
person.
and the shooting beams are slowly cracking like bones.
I think that was the
Far
racist hat.
east
Was the
of
racist
Golden
hat.
Delta,
Which is a
beyond
straw hat, which wouldn't be very good in the whole cold
there is a
anyway,
black
right?
patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here.
Never be a
Not
club.
in a million years.
What is anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic. Music that's made with electronic instruments.
Secret task complete. What is anodic music? Electronic instruments, like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
This is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments. What comes after it, you wonder? A black-tinted nothingness or something finer?
Want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it.
Does the synth wave, we could be friends.
Hey, you two are cops.
No, we are the law. Yes, why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to
They're
him.
inside that thing there. Would be cool
No,
if you
no.
did.
No
Is there
task,
something
though?
else?
Did you put the padlock in the church door? No?
Not really, no.
What do you mean, not really?
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Show her the sticker on your ledger, so this isn't yours.
It's Noid's.
Wait, is Noid a friend of yours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Why did Noid put padlock in the church
To
door?
keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about them, he'll tell ya. No, not really.
She's
I
trying
want to say, if you didn't personally, who did? It's okay. You still get
Yeah,
the
I
same
guess
thing.
to keep more
You can do it
weirdos
through
from
rhetoric or through the
fucking
sticker.
Go ahead.
Seems surprisingly quite comfortable being questioned. Why is
Well,
that?
it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
fast and clean, a good one.
You tried to lie to us,
say it's
Taser.
but it feels like one.
I'll-
better at lying
I
than she'd
could
like
club her with
everything
my
else.
flashlight. I don't have a taser or a gun. Been questioned before. We do, don't we? Mind if I question you some more? Been questioned before.
Once or twice, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
What's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Who are these rich people? They sound wonderful. I'd like to be one too. Bet they're really rich. Must be very special people to be so rich. Let me guess. These rich people aren't from around here. Strange. The existence of rich people is not stirring emotions in me. Must be really special to be so rich, sneer.
Oh, they are. And I'm scum.
You're not scum.
Oh, but I am.
What trouble have you gotten into with the
The
police?
usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
Make music equals electronic music. What the emoji that is. When you were a kid, you read the trilogy of books Dark Materials, right, which they're doing the HBO series now. In them, electronic lights were called anabaric lights. This day, you think of anabaric before fluorescent when describing those kind of lights. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Distorted by fiction history. What's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Thalberg.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
What is in Thalberg?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No.
Faubourg, not in Faubourg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
I know what Jamrock is, but let's say I
Yeah,
did.
Jamrock. Sort of. Martinez is called North Jamrock sometimes. Jamrock is also a ghetto, only smaller than Faubourg.
Jamrock is a district of Revachol comprised of
Right,
the
we work in Jamrock.
Pox, Villa Lobos,
But we got some
Central
XP.
Jamrock,
We got
Grand
some XP by questioning
Old
it.
South, and the Valley of the Dogs. Learning is great.
Learning is great. Why'd you have to move out when you're so
My
young?
dad was a drunk.
Hmm.
Plus, I guess I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
You know what? I think if you really learned something from all those times you've been questioned, some of your lies have been pretty good. I'm a major party animal myself. Major. Drinking, partying, and disco music are bad for you. You should take me as a warning example.
She nods very cautiously.
All right. 83% chance to pick up the recorder.
The device is
What?
cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
What? No. 83% chance. Ah! Ah, and I had some empathy glasses! Gotta give her that. Wait, would that work? Wait, would that work?
Hello again. Recording. I think I'm recording I don't know.
A lot.
The musician. Anyway, I don't really.
She looks at...
No, man.
It's okay.
Thanks. Go ahead.
It would work. It would work fine. I'll accept. I'll accept that I failed that earlier check, and I will give up my racist hat. Are you happy now? Are you happy?
Hello again.
97% chance to pick up the recorder.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
Safe to sit here on the ice feeling miserable at your age or any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark. What in the world is that you're currently wearing? I don't know, it's like a cap. It's the first time in your life you're happy. Hat given away. Sorry, guys, sit here on the
She
ice.
looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
The dark. Nothing. If you got this, don't be scared. I'm once again reminded of how Contact Mike, the boxer, rose from the slums of St. Baptiste to the top of the boxing world, overcoming adversity and serious brain trauma. Nothing is coming. Nothing he went knockout in 3 rounds. The real fight is for the right attitude. I like 2. We might reload and come back to 2, but we gotta say Contact Mike. All roads lead back to Mike, says Lightning.
I can't believe this turned into another night thing. Fine. Okay, I'll stick to it. I'll knock it out in 3 rounds.
Hey, it worked pretty well.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you should. There is something about her. A
Really
weight.
think that is my goes to being your Gary moment. Hey, it's better than being a crypto racist or a crypto fascist. Well, both.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
Is it eating me? There's nothing eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
I guess there is some. It's been making my life hell.
What is it?
Shoes, we need more shoes. I got my big armor boots. I think it's the plight of the working class. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneur class, shackling the doers. Think it's all these foreign people taking our gerbs. People just puffing their selfish interest ahead of the greater good. Yeah, sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands something you gotta make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's really distressing.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress.
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress, just wish it would be a little more reasonable was all. Yeah, pretty sure. Had some other questions. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not that upset, it sounds like.
I'm highly distressed by the state of affairs.
And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
Now you mention it, I found these letters I'd throw in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
First, they had the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could still smell it under all the trash. They were in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good. Which we passed out. We literally passed out.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember. No idea. Haven't seen her. Definitely haven't called her. I don't remember a single thing about her.
Really? You seem pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her? Eyes? Hair colour?
Remember her scent and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit.
You didn't pass out, you died.
Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Isn't that right? Tool with the scruff. The dog combo. Pretty sure why'd I react so strongly otherwise. Come to think of it, she could have read him into her lover. I don't want to say that. Why would I react so strongly
How
otherwise?
come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
Our high-tech showed up in the newspaper. Oh, no. That didn't happen. No, not this particular time. Not this particular time. That's happened a lot. But no, this time we read the letter, and it went to the, like, ancient reptilian brain dialogue, and then Kim woke us up. Kim took us to his car and woke us up with, like, a splash of water. And so it wasn't actually a game over screen, that one. Not that one. Wait, what do you mean by selective memory? I think it's more about getting so... That's one Kim give you are. Yeah, that was the specific one we're talking about. I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erase my memory of this world. I have a point there, selective memory. What do you mean by selective memory?
Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
I'm gonna say you might have a point there, selective memory.
Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
Wait, what's this?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the BS psych thing, then. You know, I'm not sure it's made things any better. Alright, thanks for the BS psych thing, I guess.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
Interesting conversation. We only got 5 XP about it, but interesting conversation. Okay, well, I lost my racist hat. Alright, I think it's Hearthstone time. We've got to go into the tent, but the stream tile said we'd actually go in the church. Can we make it into the church? Wait, I can't even make it into the church. Can I? There's no entry. Hey, like, it's a good thing you've avoided racist hat. Probably. Can I not even make it into the church? There's no actual entrance over here. But the church, but I have to talk to them because they put the padlock on. They can give me, like, the key so I don't have to pry it off.
Fabric covering a pile of stuff.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
That's the time. Send for 30 more minutes in disco.
Barely
Yeah.
have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Getting too old for this. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. Probably better talk to them first, right? Yeah, but there's 3 different people. We probably don't have time for this.
A young man with
The egghead.
rose-like blonde hair
Looks like he has
holds up
fish
a
ears.
Harman Welshie tape player, nodding along to the music.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying hardcore, aren't you?
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
I am the revelation. I am the shoulder reservation.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do? Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
New task, solve the egghead puzzle.
The young man,
This is hardcore.
Save nothing.
Hardcore!
But is it really?
Yeah!
this young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural, Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
This is the famous Arno van Eyck I'm hearing?
Know about him?
Moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. You've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
I am a major egghead. Your friend mentioned him. Major egghead.
Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
Begins to shake his head.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because
Cause he's an egghead!
Egghead to the mega, the K became the G, the boy became the man.
The K became the G. The boy became the man.
The Advent? Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore!
Wait, but that still didn't solve the egghead.
Hardcore! Yeah!
This young, or maybe it's
You know about
You know Van Eyck?
Your friend Sal mentioned him.
Good.
the Advent?
That's still not good enough.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Here comes
Alright.
the Vic
Well.
True. Hard. It's hardcore. Skibberdy.
your cop.
Vic True. Hard. Foot. Hardcore. Yeah!
This young, or maybe it's not got volume.
The Y to the E to the A to the A to the
Lang's
A
reminded
to
of
the
something.
A to the
Everything
A
comes
to the
against
A
him
to
with
the
pure
A to
gold.
the exclamation
It's
mark.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah! We're close.
We're close.
True. Hard. Full.
Lang's reminded of something, although it's difficult for me to. So we're right there, apparently. It's all 5 minutes, okay, yeah. There's no immediate point. Alright, wait, can we...
Hardcore.
Hardcore!
Skibberdy.
Oh, shoot, I went down the wrong road.
We're True. Hard.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
Is it really?
This young, or maybe it's
You know
Egghead.
You know Van Eyck? Oh.
Try a phrase.
Well, it really is him. It's an honest-to-God Van Eyck beat. Well,
It's egg.
Advent.
So that's not good enough.
True. Hard. Foot. Hardcore.
Say nothing. Still say nothing. Say nothing.
Coherent.
Internally coherent. Where if you know who killed the mercenary.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yekokata. The place to be.
But Yeko has a catastrophe zone, a desolate wasteland. It can't be the place to be.
Yekokata is a hardcore place.
an intricate system of irrigation networks.
It's just the fish ears. Oh, okay.
Intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin.
I thought it had to do with the narration.
In the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind.
Molten rubber boots, a truly hardcore place. Do we just say nothing, nothing, nothing?
Hardcore, internally, all core, all right, yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the
Internally
very
coherent, yeah.
of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
No, but serious, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
Ah, shoot.
Hardcore, internally, all core, all
He furrows.
hardcore!
Is it though?
So hardcore, is it though? I was thinking the same thing a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit, there's no other world, there's no other life. Vikla, true, hardcore, internally, all core, gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy, it's my job.
Where's the party boy?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
Beyond the Winter's Orbit style. All cool, down with classic, all the core
There is
says.
a place far away.
Got 10 XP.
Beyond a certain latitude, known as Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of eternite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
Alright, fine. We're gonna solve the egghead mystery, and that'll be the last thing. I'm not gonna talk to the other two until next week.
Hardcoreism internally coherent.
All core, all right.
He furrows his...
Hardcore! The question is, what is the question?
Answer the question.
There was no question.
What? But no...
True. Hardcoreism internally coherent.
All core, all right. Yeah.
He furrows...
Is it though?
It is hardcore.
What is it? I mean, really?
What is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Solve the egghead puzzle complete.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Is it though? You said you were worried. What do you think's wrong with the music? Are you a thought reader? Why are there lungs on your belt buckle? What do you think's wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks from what his expression clears.
Like it's only ultra.
But we need to go beyond, plus ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
Hyper hardcore, super hardcore, ultra hardcore. It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow, culture cop. I think you might be right, but how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Try to think if anything can make it hardcore. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. This really seems super here become. Can't help you with this right now. I need someone else. I need someone extra. What was the question?
No! This is the answer!
What can make it hardcore?
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me, so despite my conceptualization 9, maybe I need Inland Empire.
I know! So does mine!
Wait, it's Rimmerton, I'm the police! Actually, it's more likely to hinder us. Me being police isn't gonna help us. I have a job to do to say this absurdity. It's like, more likely to hinder us. I need hardcore conceptualization. Maybe I need Inland Empire. Can't be with this right now. I need someone else. Someone extra. Wait. Maybe your body can tell you what the jam is missing to make it harder core. Expert on anodic music. We need to boost our physical instruments as high as we can. Are you thought reader?
The transnation! No war! The class war!
I mean, you're not a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic.
No, he's not.
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revachol imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with X yelling. I know what you mean.
But I was thinking Revachol imperative.
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. Don't be a lunatic.
Yeah!
Unless you were.
You're right, I wasn't thinking that.
Superstar!
You're a communist. No.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
Good you're not a communist. You should be an ultra-liberal. Best not to be communist. Having extreme views is bad for everything.
Sure. I can do that. If you want that, I can avoid taking a stand.
You need to hardcore wars contact Mike.
To a moralist. I don't even know what to say to that.
Be a moralist, egghead. The balance needs your help. Don't be a moralist. Wait, well, you should consider your choice carefully and rationally. Path requires sensible examination of all nuance to disable most people. The balance needs your help. Egghead is a moralist now.
It's time to compromise.
Obviously, one shouldn't get too hasty with decision making.
I'm swiftly moving toward a solution which pleases nobody.
Is your name Jermaine?
Hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs in your belt buckle?
Love!
Why would lungs be for love?
Dolores Day was anointed innocence. Her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Oh yeah, makes perfect sense.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on, 'cause I've never loved someone like you before. Alright.
Alright, so is this the last thing? We just need to boost our physical instrument store as high as we can. What do we got physical instrument-wise? We've got... No, we have a physical instrument shirt. Huh, is that all we've got? There's one other thing we can try.
The large head.
Incremental progress! Yeah! There's nothing... Sometimes... Isn't some... It's like... I think...
If anything.
Wow! I think you might be right. What? Oh,
But you're not.
I know!
Okay.
Yeah!
Physical instrument, 72%.
What I'm doing!
No.
Nope.
That would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Physical instrument, level 6.
The large...
Incremental progress!
You know it in your lungs.
There we go.
Where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
And a melody. A good melodies with this song would be really slick. Or really stick that you can't get out of your head anymore.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
Nowhere. I'm not gonna become a store for another cop. Got enough copa types already. I don't know. I was hoping you would know.
Sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people.
MC, you're going too
going.
fast, Save, and I will keep up. Well, Egghead goes pretty fast
He
too.
feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Okay, I'll look into it. In official capacity. It's up to the police to make the beats go harder. Come up with some on my own. A citizen investigation.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's Jam.
Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
I've been there.
Oh, I know. I know this. I can tell you where it is.
Egghead goes hardcore.
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
I knew that. I could have said that.
and the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway,
It's
Does
cold. Shake it
Anyway,
off.
that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
I have the tape with me. Maybe you can use it to prove Van Eyck's Jam. It's not... Oh, is it the right one?
Yeah! Spins the tape.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wait.
No more.
Wait. Okay, we can't do this. We're gonna give him the rape tape.
It tape. Yeah!
Give
Spins the tape until the space is...
Give him the tape that the Union tried to give us to accuse the mercenary of rape.
Alright! No, this is gonna make people scared.
Right.
Keep it positive. Keep the love in the house. Normal, stable, normal, stable.
Okay. Well, that's all we're gonna do for today. So they talked about getting a tape from the pawn shop, but we also, using our shivers, realized there's a tape stuck in a tree near the canal. So, I guess we want to go to the tree. And he says, people expect a good message this stream. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright. Alright. How long did we go over time? 15 minutes. That's not that bad. We got another demon hunter. We got another demon hunter coming up for Hearthstone. It's the 4th Thousand Wind Demon Hunter out of currently 6. It does have one of those super strong Inquisitor cards. It's also got the Kurtrus Legendary. I don't know what else is in there. But regardless, thank you everybody for being here for the disco. We didn't make it into the church. We got to the church, but we still need to do a little more before we go into the church, apparently. Yeah, church. I looked at the church. We're on the church road. But if you put on your Sunday best, I guess you're gonna have to do it again on Tuesday.